So, you've probably heard of dropshipping, especially if you've ever thought about starting an online business with super low overhead. Well, today, we're diving deep into its digital cousin. We're going to lay out the blueprint for what it really takes to crush it in 2026. Let's jump right in. I mean, who isn't, right? The dream of making money while you sleep. That's the ultimate goal for so many of us. And digital dropshipping, it's often sold as the golden ticket to get there. But, is it really that straightforward? And boom, that right there is the key. This quote just nails it. The potential is absolutely there, 100%. But the path to getting it, well, it's a little different from what you might see on social media. So let's cut through the noise and separate the myth from the reality. Okay, first things first, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the whole passive income myth. If you really want to succeed, you've got to start with your eyes wide open, with some real, honest expectations about what this business is actually like. Here's the real deal. It's much more accurate to call digital dropshipping a semi-passive income model. And yeah, the passive part is awesome. Once you're all set up, orders can come in and get filled 24/7 without you lifting a finger. But, and this is a big but, that doesn't mean you just get to sit back and do nothing. See, there's a ton of active work happening behind the curtain. You're the one answering customer emails. You're constantly tweaking your store to get more sales. And maybe the biggest one, you are always marketing. You're still the CEO, looking at the data and calling the shots. And that initial setup, that grind, in the first couple of years when it's just you and you're figuring things out, it is not crazy to be working 80+ hours a week before you even see a decent profit. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you off, but to give you a real solid foundation for building something that's actually gonna last. Okay, so now that we're on the same page about the effort it takes, let's break down how this whole thing actually works. What are the nuts and bolts of the digital dropshipping model? So here it is in a nutshell. You're basically selling digital goods, think ebooks, software, design templates, without ever having to stock a single thing. And the key difference from, say, making your own products is that you don't actually own them. You're more like a licensed reseller partnering up with the people who create these awesome digital tools. The process itself is just beautiful. It's so clean. Step 1, a customer finds your store and buys something. Step 2, that order gets zapped over to your supplier automatically, and they instantly deliver the product, usually with a download link. Step 3, you keep the difference. Simple as that. All right, you're grounded in reality, you get the model, so what's next? Let's get down to business with a 6-step launch plan that'll take you all the way from a spark of an idea to hearing that first cha-ching of a sale. These are the 6 big pillars for your launch. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with picking a niche. Then you find a great product in that niche, lock in a solid supplier, decide where you're gonna sell, get all the automations humming, and finally, you shout it from the rooftops. You market your store. So let's talk about step 1, choosing that niche. This is so critical. My advice for beginners, always start with a niche you actually get. Some of the hottest areas for 2026 are things like personal development, because people always want to better themselves, and graphic design templates, which are a total lifesaver for small businesses. And digging deeper into those niches, here are some products that are in super high demand. You see the pattern here? A lot of these things help people save time or get creative. Canva templates, printable planners, Lightroom presets. These are all tools that solve a very specific problem for a specific group of people, and that makes them way easier to sell. All right, let's zoom out again for a second. Look, no business model is perfect, right? So to give you the full 360-degree view, we've got to weigh the good, the bad, and the realistic challenges you're definitely going to face. So on one side, you've got these incredible perks. Startup costs are low, delivery is instant, and the profit margins can be insane. But on the other side of the coin, you've got some serious hurdles. The legal side of licensing and copyright is no joke. And because it's easy to get started, you're gonna face some pretty stiff competition. Let's just double-click on that low startup costs benefit for a sec. A regular dropshipping store, the kind with physical products, can easily set you back $3,000 to $10,000 just to get off the ground. With digital, you can get started for as little as $1,500. That's a 40 to 60% discount on your entry into e-commerce. It's a much lower risk bet. And here is the number that makes everyone's eyes light up. The gross profit margins. We're talking 75 to 85%. It's possible because you can buy a license for one digital product and then resell it thousands of times with zero extra cost. That is just way higher than the average. But is that the whole picture? And that brings us to our last and honestly our most important section. How do you measure if you're really winning? Well, you have to look past those juicy gross margins and put your business through the one true profitability test. Yeah, it's definitely not the whole story. And this is a classic trap that so many beginners fall into. Gross profit feels amazing, but it can be really misleading because it completely ignores what it actually costs to run your business day to day. It's just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. So here it is, the most important takeaway. Net profit is your true score. It is the bottom line. It's the money that's actually left in your pocket after every single bill is paid. This is the only number that tells you if your store is actually a success. See, net profit keeps you honest. It forces you to look at all the real costs, what you're spending on ads, your Shopify subscription, those little transaction fees, the cost of the product license itself, all of it. When your net profit is in the green, that's when you know you've built a truly profitable business.
But even with all the challenges, the potential here is just massive. The global market for digital content is absolutely exploding. We're talking projected growth from over $32 billion in 2025 to almost $70 billion in just 6 years. That's a rising tide that can lift a lot of new boats, including yours.
So there you have it. We've talked about the semi-passive reality, the 6-step plan to get you launched, and the crucial difference between what looks good and what's actually profitable. You've seen the huge potential and the very real hurdles. So now, with this blueprint in your hands, there's really only one question left. Is this your next move?